Guys, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Warrior Monsters. Last time, we beat G-Class, we went through the first gate, and now we had some more stuff open up to us. So let's go up here and let's talk to Bulio. Thank you, Terry, I'm saved. In return, let me tell you a secret. A sky dragon is flying over the farm. If you wait under it, something good will happen. Use my farm as often as you like. Well, what are you going to do? I don't want to drop anyone off, and we didn't get an anteater, so we don't have anyone to pick up. Like, we have just these three monsters. But let's take his advice and go see what's going on over here. Also, there's a dude who's just here fishing off the ledge into the sky. And he's going to put whatever he catches in the jar. So, periodically throughout the game, you can come back here and you can get tiny metals out of there. And who's this? He looks like a golem. I don't have an egg. All monsters are born from eggs. Thwack! It was the egg of a sky dragon that hit Terry's head. So, after we get to where we can hatch eggs, we get a free sky dragon. Now, you can't carry eggs around, so it goes back to the farm. We got some big eyes here, and, no, you'll be hurt if you fall. That'll be a shortcut later on. Can't go this way either. And this is also a pop-out from a shortcut. But it also leads down in a shortcut to the back of the arena, which is kind of where we want to go next. You survived G-Class. Well, I guess I'll congratulate you, but G-Class is a piece of cake. The real battles start now. Remember that. Go to the room of Villager and Talisman and improve your skills. Come on, little boy dog. Come on, hop up. Let's talk to this master while I'm letting my dog jump up. My name is Tito. I survived G-Class. Oh, you were in G-Class too? Good luck. Terry, you can get a lot of information in the arena. You can learn about Traveler's Gates you've never been to. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. These guys don't do anything as far as I remember. But if we look into the barrel, nothing in that one. Monster sleeping in that one. We'll just let him be. Look in the barrel, we get another tiny metal. Which is really helpful, honestly. We want to get as many tiny metals as we can. There's a handful that are in the world here at different points. My rival's watching me from somewhere. You're a master too, let me tell you. Watch out for the foreign masters behind the Traveler's Gates. They're going to make mincemeat out of you, wimp. I don't think so. I think I'm going to steal their monsters. Who the heck is that old woman at the reception? Wearing a flashy costume at her age? This guy we want to come back to and talk to later, because he's going to give us an opportunity to breed. Army, bomb, army, bubble, army. I want to meet the queen. Army, bomb, army, bomb, army, bubble, army. Okay. Let's remember that for just a second here. Terry looked in the jar, piece of paper in there, something's written on it. Good things will happen if you defeat Goopy 5 times in a row. An old lady's notebook's in there, educational guide. I don't feel like reading that right now, because we got a lot of stuff we want to do. So, And there's a Goopy here. Let's play rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Army. Bomb. Army. Bubble. Army. So the game gives you the solution to defeat Goopy here. And, as our reward, he gives us a set of stairs. Which lets us get up into the Queen's room. Now, the Queen isn't really interested in us right now. She didn't want to pay attention to us until after we get the opportunity to breed monsters. And she'll have a little side quest for us where she'll want to see a specific monster and have us breed that. Whew, those crazy fans are annoying. Still a rookie, aren't you? You need to clear an upper class to see the Starry Shrine. Well, take it easy. Mick, we're going to be able to breed with later. Also, there's a teddy bear here, and it looks oddly reminiscent from the one in the very beginning of the game, whenever you're in the room with Milieu. Now, the queen there is not Milieu, so don't go thinking that. We got a Hork here. We have Minister here. In the back, they teach kids about the monsters. Maybe you should check it out. Now, we could have come here before we did G-Class. An eyeball and an eyeball. Funny! Yeah, the mirror will just tell you puns every now and then. Nah, nothing we can really do with this. And at this table over here, we can do a limited version of Party Chat, which basically lets you get to know your party's personalities. Doesn't really matter too much for what we're doing, but it is what it is. And I'm going to save the next 4 down for... Oh, wait, I'm going to do the next 4 down here in a second. Now, because I'm confused about where we're at. And here's the library. You can read up on monsters that you've either captured or bred. I don't think there's anything in here for us right now. Eventually, there will be a Traveler's Gate behind there. Yeah, there's nothing here for us. Basically gives you a guide for how to breed monsters that you've had before, but all that stuff is kind of on the internet. And as with most of the later Dragon Quest games, there's a well we can go down. I'm an expert monster researcher and a top-class monster as well. I am busy. Do not disturb me. He's gonna... nope. Talk to the old woman. Good evening, or is it day? I'm an assistant to the professor. Hee hee. He's gonna ask us later on for a monster with Bolt. So we're gonna want to bring that to him, and it's going to give us a Traveler's Gate. Now, he's a play on, I believe, the old men in the wells or in the basements that give you the zoom spell in some of the Dragon Quest games, particularly 5. But I could be mistaken. And you want to always look in pots and drawers and everything anytime you see them. There's nothing really we can buy here. And this is just the Bazaar area, like Bazaar. There were stores here last time, and it expands as the tree grows. Now, these guys want a monster with a fire ability, and you give it to them, and it turns that grill into a Traveler's Gate. We don't have that yet, and honestly, I don't want to give any of the monsters that we're going to have initially here to them yet, so we're going to hold off on that gate. But we still have 2 Traveler's Gates that just opened up that we haven't been to yet. So let's go take one of them on. And I can't remember which one's which. I should have looked it up before I started doing the video. Actually, wait. We don't want our inventory to get clogged up. We're going to go do one more thing here. Inventory space is very important. You saw the bank there on our way to the bazaar. And you can drop off items if you want to keep them. But right now we have 3 tiny medals that we want to give to... Hey, Master Ahem, I am the Medal Man. I collect tiny medals scattered all over the world. If you find some, give them to me. I'll reward you. More medals, the better. I'm counting on you. Busy, busy, busy. Someone else says that too. I wonder, could this guy be the same as the king? Oh, you have medals? Let me take them. Terry, you brought a total of 3 medals. I'll give you 1 Zap Burdeck when the medals exceed 13. Well, that's nice. Huh. Look at where it's positioned and the doorway right behind it that leads over. I wonder, could the Metal Man be the king? I just don't know. I don't think I'll ever understand it. But yeah, that little pathway looks like it probably leads right over. Huh. I wonder. Could it be? Do you guys think the king is the Metal Man? Now, we're going to go down is probably a mistake. and I'll know based on how many floors it has which boss we're going to fight. One of these has 4 floors, and this one has 5, so we're going to end up fighting Golem at the end of this one. And as with before, no. Okay. We're going to have 20 items, so I'm not too worried about picking stuff up yet. But now, we can run into multiple monsters at once. Isn't it great? And only the last one that we kill has a chance to be recruited. So we're definitely not getting the anteater there. An army ant, we probably send back to the farm at this point, to be honest. Because, well, we're not going to get an army ant. And we need to get Hale to heal himself. I did not realize that, I did not think he was in that kind of a dire strait. So Army Ant gets to live. And Draki collapses. So if we recruit anything, we're going to replace Draki with it. Or if we find a Warp Wing, we'll get out of here and get Draki back. I want Draki to get as much experience as possible, but at the same time, going through here with 2 monsters is just going to be bad news. And that's on me for talking and explaining and not really paying attention to what's going on in battle. Also, that was a really rough damn battle for the first one. Now, in Dragon Quest fashion, when someone dies in your party, they follow behind you in a casket. This is more like what I wanted to see happen from an opening battle. Damn! We're getting hit hard. Like, we need something with some better defense. Hale is just too squishy. We probably should have done some leveling up, to be honest. But the leveling up, like the experience in battle, gets split among your party members, so doing it in the other gate was just going to be kind of a waste of time. Spooky, screw off with that. I don't need your crap right now. Try Lush Licks again. You don't have any MP. How are you still alive? Even though you're technically not, because you're an undead type. Gosh darn. And we're going to have Hale use heal here to get us back. Because as we walk, we're going to get some of his MP back. So it's not too big of a problem. Ooh, a rib. We want to hang on to that for a while. In case we run into any, like, foreign monster masters. I am going to use beef jerky in the next fight, because we got to do something about this Draki situation. We got to replace him with something. So, we're going to do that. Here's a Warp Wing. So, if we get into super dire straits, we have an option. And replacing Draki with an Anteater is going to give us a really low HP monster that has really good attack. So that'll be helpful. Yes, I want to take Anteater into my party. I am going to name him Ant. Because clever. You want to name Anteater as Ant? Want to take him with you on your quest? Yes. We're going to send Draki back. Because Draki is literally no use to us right now. Whereas Anteater is going to level up fast, he's going to get a lot of attack, and he's alive, so he can do something. And we may be screwed here. Let's see. Like, Anteater might just die outright. Considering he's not smart enough to attack the correct monster, he could get one shot in this fight. I mean, you saw what the Spooky did to Hale. Granted, Ant's going to have better defense, than hail. So that's the thing. Yeah, he 1 HP away. And let's see. Command, attack, spooky, cautious. And because we got that, we can use an herb on Ant and let Hail heal himself. Oh, Hail's dead. So now we got to replace our healer. And the only way we have to heal is with herbs. Wonderful. We may be using that Warp Wing right after this fight. Yeah, we're using the Warp Wing as soon as we get out of here. But Slib gets all of that, and I think no, he does not get Fireball at level 5. We're going to use that Warp Wing, and we're going to deposit the herb. That's the thing about jumping into a new gate right away. Like, we rushed through that first episode without, like, any grinding, so we don't really have the levels that we need to survive the next gate. And our monsters kind of suck. This is not the way to the bank. Fortunately, picking up that rib gives me a chance to show off the bank in this episode too. And we'll go through the other gate, which will be a little bit easier on us, and we'll be able to take on the dragon instead of the... Yeah, I get it. We drop stuff off and we don't lose it whenever we die. Greetings, I manage the vault. You can store money and items found during your journey. Visit any time when you want to store anything. How may I help you today? Put. What would you like us to store? Item. Rib. 1. No, we're not going to store our herbs. We need those. So, we'll do the other Traveler's Gate. It's going to be shorter. We'll get a dragon, and then we'll call it a day. Sound good to everybody? Awesome. Also, the monsters behind each gate. There are some that cross over and are similar, but there's also differences. Hopefully we run into something like a Demonite, which knows Blaze, but doesn't have enough MP to cast it. So it'll just waste turns every single turn. And our first instance of finding money. Now, whenever you find tiny metals behind the Traveler's Gates, they're going to look like money too. And most of the tiny metals are just randomly sprinkled behind here. So you're going to end up filling up your inventory and running around trying to figure out what to do with it. Picky used sap, which it's a good thing that didn't work, because... Okay, I need to end up switching Ant to... You guys need to lay off Ant. He's just a little feller. I mean, now he has enough HP to survive an attack, but good God. Taking a level 1 monster through these is not fun. Picky is a bird type, kind of like Draki. So, if we run into a situation where we have a Picky and we want to hang on to Draki for whatever reason, we can breed the Picky to get Blizzardy. Now, Stubsucks, remember we saw in the G-Class challenge last time. We also saw those Spookies before. So, like I was saying, the classes, particularly in the later rounds, are going to give you kind of a sneak peek to what you're going to be encountering in the next monster gates. The idea behind it is that it lets you kind of get a flavor of where you're at skill-wise and if you stand a chance going through. Granted, one battle as opposed to multiple floors of a gate isn't really a good indicator of that. So, take it with a grain of salt. Now, we're not at the point where we can reasonably expect to take on a foreign master behind a gate and have any level of success. So I'm not going to do any of the tricks that you can do to increase your chances of running into one, but I will explain those whenever the time comes. Another warp wing, which is good. If we run into another bad situation and need to get ourselves out with a quickness, we can. And also, I want to get this Traveler's Gate done in this episode so that I can use it as a little bit of grinding off screen before our next episode. So like I said, I want our first completion of these to be on screen. However, that first Traveler's Gate is inefficient for any kind of level grinding, even level 1 monsters. Like, ideally, you'll want to take 1 to 2 low-level monsters and then something that can clear out the area to make it a lot easier to train them up. Once we can hatch that Sky Dragon egg, we're going to have a lot easier of a time with it. Okay. This is one of the floors that you can run into across the Traveler's Gates. There's a merchant floor that's like this. There's this that is just basically a free heal. And you can save. So if anything happens to your game, or you're just in a really long Traveler's Gate and you need to save but you can't, you can do that. We also want to get a fair amount of gold, because there's going to come a point where the gates, there's just so many of them and they're so long that we don't want to do like a full clear on them to try and figure out where we need to go and what we need to do. Okay, here's another warp wing. I kind of want to get another level on some... Ooh, I should have used a beef jerky. That hurt a little bit. I do want to catch a gremlin. And I definitely want Hale to heal everybody now, because that hurt a lot. And you'll see in the bottom, Hale's MP will trickle back up. As you walk around, there's MP stroll in this one, kind of like in Golden Sun or Final Fantasy XII. How far is Ant up? Okay, we want to get Ant to level 5 here, and then we'll go take a stab at the dragon. And if we fail, I will do him off screen, just because we've seen the whole gate, we've seen what leads to him. And, okay, we're going to take out Stubsucks first. Good, good. This is making me a little nervous. I do want to try and catch that gremlin, so we're going to have... Oh, I keep forgetting I haven't moved him to command. And we're doing fine HP-wise, so what we're going to do is we're going to have everyone attack this Stubsuck so that we guarantee it goes down, and then we're going to use a beef jerky on that gremlin to increase our chance of capturing it. If Gremlin decides to use Fireball on us next round, Ant is dead. So that's not good, because we want Ant to be in our party to kind of DPS the dragon. Okay, good. We took him out. Knocked out the enemy, 10 experience points. Ant levels up, and we did not get the gremlin. It's always a chance whenever you're tossing meat at the enemy whether or not you're going to get them. So I'm not surprised that we didn't get it, but I'm a touch disappointed. We do want to try and get one eventually, because he's a decent fire skill monster to give to those guys with the barbecue over there. But we also need to do a little bit of breeding with some devils. We don't have either of these monsters, So let's just toss out a beef jerky once and see who goes down. And then if the gremlin's still alive next round, we'll toss out another. And not looking like he's going to be, though. Yeah, maybe it depends on... Yep. Gremlin attacks. I don't really want to risk hail just to get a gremlin while we're this far into the Traveler's Gate. So I'm going to roll the dice that they won't kill the gremlin. Okay, good. So we got 2 beef jerkies off to this gremlin. We're about to pick up some more meat. There we go. And hail gets a level up. Good, good. And we got the gremlin. You want to take him into your party? Yes, we do. I'm going to leave his name just blanket GR, because we're not going to use him that long. Do you want to take him with you on your quest? No. Gremlin's going to head to the farm. Now, monsters in the farm do get, whatchamacallit, 53, 31, 22. Okay, we're good enough health right now. Monsters at the farm get experience at a slower rate, but they also get their wild stat increased while they're there. The longer they're there, the more it does, and the less likely they are to listen to you in battle. So now that we have a gremlin, we want to prevent getting hit by fireball as best we can. So we're going to take him out first. Which, Ant may not be fast enough. Okay, Ant is faster than a gremlin. Good, good. Okay. Now, how far off is Ant from level 5? Next battle. How about Slib? 41, 84, and 2. Okay, so unless we do a buttload of grinding, then... Oh, Hail earned Upper? That is going to be good. We're going to use that. So unless we do like a buttload of grinding, or if we run into a wall, I'll do a buttload of grinding, finish off Dragon off screen, and then we'll take on Golem's Gate next time. Now they have enough MP to cast that once, so since we had one of them use it, and I don't remember which one, yeah, it looks like we're using a Warp Wing. So I'll show off the trigger to the dragon fight, and then we're going to call the episode. And then I will do a bit of I'll step in there and then use a Warp Wing, and then I'll recruit Dragon off screen, or I'll start the next episode at recruiting Dragon after we've done a big grinding. I don't want to lose our gold and everything that we've gotten so far, though, because we don't really stand a chance. So, next episode, we're going to return to Dragon Warrior 1 and fight a dragon. And we will have much higher levels next time. Or rather, not much higher, but enough to where we're not just going to get it handed to us by 2 gremlins casting fireball. So, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one. If you enjoyed the video, please like or comment. Be sure to comment what you want the viewer's choice 3rd monster in my final party to be. And subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Quest monsters and RPG Heaven and 100% Club. This has been Breach. Have a good one. Bye.